After such a long hiatus, I am finally back, bringing you another review of one of NJPW's finest shows. Yes, I am talking about Resurgence. But hold on. Where's my manners? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Chris Black's NJPW Report. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and everybody's favorite narcissist. Now, as I already said, I am here to talk about NJPW Resurgence, the show that took place on August 14th at the LA Coliseum. And man, it's so good, so refreshing to see a really good professional wrestling show the way professional wrestling is supposed to be presented. It was a night of surprises and hard-hitting action that only New Japan can provide. So, without further ado, let's get right into these matches. Now, I have to admit, I understand there was a dark match, and I didn't get a chance to take a look at it. Featured Barrett Brown, Mysterioso, and Bateman defeating Jordan Clearwater, DKC, and one of my favorite new young lions from the LA Dojo, Kevin Knight. So, let's get into the opening match. We have Karl Fredericks defeating Alex Coughlin in the Alex Coughlin Challenge Series. These two guys are familiar opponents, so right away I knew this match was going to be good. And man, this match got stiff right away between these two. What I love about these, Alex Coughlin is still officially a young lion, but Karl Fredericks is not. These matches are so crisp. I absolutely love the Young Lion program, how they develop these guys to become superstars. They really prepare them for what's coming. In my opinion, the best developmental system on the planet. When we reach the 5-minute mark in this match, I've already felt like they've given me way more. This is just really good storytelling. These two men wrestled like they wanted to win. Not show off a bunch of fancy ass moves. Sorry if I'm offending anybody else, but the point of a professional wrestling match is to win, and these two were trying to win. Karl Fredericks, speaking of winning, defeats Alex Coughlin with the Manifest Destiny, and I'm not taking anything away from Coughlin. This match was very hard hitting, and speaking as a veteran of the business, the execution of this match was spot on for all the reasons that I've already stated. So again, congratulations, Karl Fredericks. This match was amazing. And Alex Coughlin, I'm not going to leave him out. In the second match, we had a 6-man tag consisting of TJP, Clark Connors, and Ren Narita defeating Fred Rosser, Rocky Romero, and Wheeler Yuta. Ren Narita is on excursion, and he's tagging with the White Rhino, Clark Connors, a fresh graduate of the Young Lion program, and veteran TJP. On the other side, got Fred Rosser. Seems to be stuck in a tag team division, or is stuck in tag matches. Maybe he prefers tags. I know he was a tag team specialist in WWE for a while, but I kind of expected more of a singles run with Fred Rosser, but I'm not going to complain. His work is solid. Wheeler Yuta and TJP had an impressive exchange in the opening segment of this match. Clark Connors, oh my God, this guy with his Benoit style of intensity is something that I just miss seeing. And you know what? I'm sorry if I offended anybody with that reference. Fuck you. Yes, he has Benoit style intensity. When I say Benoit, I'm talking about the performer Benoit. I'm not talking about the man killed his family. We're not talking about that. Just talking about his style of wrestling. Don't be so sensitive. Clark Connors is not the only one who's intense. Fred Rosser was showing a viciousness I haven't really seen from him before. He's going around shouting, "This is my house." Clark Connors takes the heat for his team during this match, and at first I'm thinking, why not Narita? But okay, Narita ends up getting the hot tag, goes after Fred Rosser 2 times. These two were at each other's throat throughout this match, so no surprise that he's going after Fred Rosser. And once he gets in the ring, both of these two go at it. Fred Rosser dropped some nasty on the apron with a backbreaker. When I say nasty, I'm not talking it just looked like a devastating bump. Like, he bumped ass first, tailbone first. So that's, I felt it. Didn't look right, but I'm pretty sure it felt even worse. But after seeing these two go at it, I want to see them go at it some more. In the end, Clark Connors picks up the victory for his team with the help of TJP pinning Rocky Romero. And at the end of the match, Fred Rosser and Narita is still in each other's face. So we might have a little bit of a feud going on, probably on NJPW Strong. I'm wondering when Fred Rosser is going to show up in Japan. Don't know. Like to see that. But moving on, let's get to match number 3. It is a 10-man tag team match with the team of Lio Rush, Fred Yehai, sorry if I mispronounced that, Yuya Uemura, Adrian Quest, and Chris Dickinson, defeating Team Filthy, that is Tom Lawler, J.R. Kratos, Danny Limelight, Jarrell Nelson, and Royce Isaacs. Tom Lawler, the strong, never open weight champion, he kind of reminds me of Jamie Noble looking at him with that cut off Daisy Dukes and the jean jacket, but it works. I like him. Lio Rush, this man, in my heart of hearts, I'm thinking this guy is not going to retire. I know he says that he's just going to make up some of his dates that he still was committed to, but yeah, I think the wrestling bug done bit him, so I don't think he's going to be going anywhere soon. Uemura is now on excursion. Yes, this man right here, bright future, very, very bright future. I'm interested to see when he returns to New Japan. I would love to see him join Suzuki-gun. Don't know why. I just feel like with his intensity, he would fit right in. This match obviously is featuring a lot of New Japan Strong talent. Lio Rush has no ring rust on him at all. Matter of fact, at a later date, he will be challenging Tom Lawler for the Strong Never Openweight Championship. This was a very fast-paced match, and with so many people involved, it kind of had to be. So I can't really go move for move because, like I said, it was very fast-paced, but in the end, Uemura wins with the Kaneki suplex, and I was out of my seat. I shit you not. I was so excited that this guy got a win. Uemura gets on the mic. He cuts a mini promo, even uses a little bit of English. Broken English, but you can kind of understand what he's trying to say. Shibata comes out and says, "Come with me," and hands him an LA Dojo shirt. So now we're going to get Uemura under the tutelage of Shibata at the LA Dojo. There is nothing better that could happen to him right now. Like I said, this guy, before this match, I knew he had one hell of a future. Now I'm guaranteed this guy is going to be someone special. In the 4th match, we have Juice Robinson defeating Hickaleo. Hickaleo, although he's the youngest member of the Bullet Club, he's also the biggest. However, he's tall, but he's not massive. But, he still plays the role of the big man very well. Juice Robinson, I am so proud of Juice. He's really coming to his own. If you didn't know, I knew Juice when he was working in the Indies, did some traveling with him for a couple years, going back and forth to Minnesota. He used to be a shy guy, believe it or not, but he's really coming to his own. He's over his shit. Like, the crowd loves him. I would love to see them give him more of a serious singles run. Hickaleo, he may be tall, he might be big, but Juice Robinson's experience makes up for the height disadvantage that he has. And this match got so hard hitting to the point that Juice Robinson's mouth was busted open. Not gushing blood, but it was wet. It was red. Juice hits him with the fury of the jabs, nails that left hand of God, but it doesn't take him out. Instead, Hickaleo answers with a very hard lariat, but when he went for the Tongan driller, Juice reverses it into a roll-up and gets the pin for the win. But Hickaleo was not satisfied with that, so he attacks Juice Robinson after the bell rings, and he gets to leave with heat. So Congratulations, New Japan. You know how to book heels. God, why do the other companies get them so wrong? Leave with heat. Yes, he lost, but he leaves with heat. These two men can build on that. We get an announcement after this match that NJPW Strong is going to be touring in cities across the U.S. and they name quite a few cities. So if you get a chance, if NJPW Strong shows up in your backyard, I suggest you go check them out. Some of the best young guys in the business, best veterans in the business. Check them out. That's all I can say. If you've never been to a New Japan show, if you've never watched New Japan and you're just a fan of the business, you will love their product. Match number 5. We have Tomohiro Ishii defeating Moose. And this was a rematch after 5.5 years ago, where Moose lost to Ishii back then. This match right here, it exceeded all of my expectations. Yeah, there was a big height difference, but Ishii was not one to back down. Moose showed his strength early on, brushing off numerous shoulder tackle attempts by Ishii, and pretty much dominated the opening part of this match. However, Ishii, you know he doesn't stay down. He was fighting back and even asking for more. They have a little bit of a no-sell exchange, which was well placed in the match and well deserved, as both men finally went down afterwards. If you know anything about me, you know that I hate that no-sell offense bullshit that a lot of people try to pull off in pro wrestling. It works to a certain extent, but again, it has to be earned and has to be properly placed in the match. You just can't throw around no-sell offense all willy-nilly in the middle of any match. Moose shows his athleticism with a top rope splash, nips up, and then hits a devastating powerbomb for only a 2 count. This match had a shit ton of close pins, but the crowd was literally eating out of their hands. Like, if I was there, I would have been on my feet. Ishii's out here bumping like he's 20 years younger and finally was able to put Moose away with the vertical brainbuster. Jesus, what a battle between these two. Just holy fuck. If you didn't watch this match, watch this match. Please, I beg of you. If you want to see a good Hoss match, go back and watch this match. This match was absolutely amazing. Just when I thought the night couldn't get any better, out comes Will Ospreay, the Commonwealth Kingpin. He gets on a mic. This guy has swag for days, saying he is medically cleared. However, he will not be in this year's G1 Climax. In fact, he says he ain't going back to Japan. And he has one hell of a argument. He says that he's pissed off at the office because they stripped him of his title and he was only gone for 4 months, not the 6 they thought he would take off. And even went as far as to say that Jon Moxley wasn't stripped of the U.S. title, even though he did not defend it for a year, pandemic or not. He called Shingo Takagi an interim champ, along with some other choice words.
Oh, you guys like Shingo, huh? That guy? Pussy.
Oh, come on now!
And says that he is the true NJPW champion and will be defending his title in the U.S. as he has his own title with him. And he says you'll never know where he might show up. He's going to be walking through that forbidden door. So, my God, the possibilities are endless. I cannot wait to see Will Ospreay in Impact, Strong, AEW, or wherever else he's allowed to go. Wherever he's going to be, I'm definitely going to be watching. Moving on to the 6th match. We have the Impact Tag Team Championship match where you have the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, defeating Jon Moxley, and his mystery partner turns out to be Nagata. Before the match, the commentators were shitting on the pay-per-view that the Good Brothers put on, that bullshit talking Shopomania. If you listen to the SlamCasters when we talked about that, you know I wasn't a big fan either. Fuck that pay-per-view. Just total garbage. But anyway, Moxley's New Japan theme is 100 times better than that bullshit AEW theme. And I'm not talking about the one that They paid for it now. I mean, his original AEW theme, that shit was bullshit. I love his theme in New Japan. Like I said, he revealed that his partner was Nagata, which makes sense because after their match in AEW, he showed a lot of respect to this man, and it makes sense. This solidified, however, that they were not going to win this match. Moxley has a real awkward body language. It's like he's got drunken monkey fighting style or something like that. And Moxley, please stop using the suicide dive. This shit don't look good. It just doesn't. And you know, speaking of things that I didn't like, I don't think this is a good showing by the Good Brothers. They come off as stooges. Like, they need to be more serious heels. I don't understand what's missing. I mean, they got away from WWE. Stop doing the stooge bullshit. Be serious heels. They gave Moxley a magic killer on a chair on the outside. But again, that didn't look good either. He barely hit the chair. Not that I want him to just, fuck his body up, but come on, if you're going to do it, do it. I mean, they barely hit the chair. Honestly, they would have just been better off if they would have hit it on the floor or, the padded floor, or whatever you want to call it. But it did take out Moxley, and that left Nagata in the ring alone, who fell victim to a magic killer in the ring. Champs retain. They get on the mic claiming to be the best no matter what company. The mic actually cuts off. I think it was a technical error, not like they were fucking with them or anything. And out comes the Gorillas of Destiny, and I'm rubbing my hands because it's about time. I've been waiting for them to kick the forbidden door wide open and step through. They face off in the ring with the Good Brothers, but the Good Brothers do what some good heels do, and they retreated the ring, taking all the heat with them. So please give me this match between these two, and I definitely want to see them in AEW taking on the tag teams like the Young Bucks and kicking ass wherever they go. All right, match number 7, one of the double main events, first of the double main events. We have Jay White, the never openweight champion, defeating rival David Finley in an amazing match. This is a rematch, basically, from the New Japan Cup, where David Finley defeated Jay White to advance in the tournament. He later fell to Will Ospreay, but that's neither here nor there. This was an amazing match. Like I said, these two are very familiar with each other. They got history going way back to when they were both young lions. There's no Gato to watch Jay White's back during this match, so he's out there all on his own. To be honest, I think Jay White would have been way better as the belt collector. Sorry, Kenny Omega, but Jay White in that position would have been white hot. No pun intended. Or maybe. White, I love how he works. He just picks apart his opponents. However, this is not a one-sided match. Finley gets some vicious offense in too. Jay is the perfect combination of methodical and explosive. This man has it all. Goddamn, I love Jay White. Finley's emotions start to get the better of him, which opens himself up to White to counter whenever the ref intervenes, because Finley's, going a little overboard. You can feel the struggle by these two men to win this match. The fans were actually cheering for Switchblade. Like, hey, good is good, and I mean, fans recognize it. At one point, Finley had Jay White all tied up in a submission, and I thought he might actually win, but he barely escapes with his foot on the ropes. Finley is thrown into the ref, who takes the weakest. Well, he didn't really bump, but I mean, it's a ref bump. He took it very weak. He just kind of felt like, Jay White hits a low blow. The ref accuses him of hitting the low blow because Finley's holding his crotch as he's about to take him out. Jay White shoves the ref away and then receives a low blow from Finley. But there was no victory coming out of that. The final few minutes of this match had lots of reversals and near falls, but Jay White hits the Blade Runner finally to pick up the victory and retain the never open weight championship. After the match, Ishii comes out to confront Jay White. So, looks like we may have our next contender for the title. I'm not like super excited about that matchup, but I mean, they'll have amazing matches or an amazing match, so I'll allow it. Jay White gets on the mic and cuts a promo saying how you never know where he'll show up and who he will challenge, and he even name drops AEW. Oh man, I'm telling you, shit is about to get real interesting in the world of professional wrestling. That Forbidden Door, man, I'm loving every minute of it. Again, I cannot stop saying this. The possibilities are endless. But let's get into this main event. You have Hiroshi Tanahashi defeating Lance Archer to capture the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. I got mixed feelings about that victory, but let's get into this match. Tanahashi on American soil. He's possibly on a tour of his own. Hopefully he'll be walking through the Forbidden Door as well. Lance Archer is back to his old habits, just taking out young lions left and right on his way to the ring. Tanahashi, he uses his bread and butter, which just go after the legs, chopping down the big man. However, Lance is pretty dominant the first 10 minutes of this match, and I'm glad to see the old Lance Archer again. I'm a fan of his. I really am. I enjoy watching his work. Definitely probably one of the best big men in the business, but I'm sorry, AEW has not utilized him properly. They just haven't. It's my opinion. However, Tanahashi kicks it up to high gear, continuing to go after the leg. And after Lance Archer nails the blackout, I think it's over. But Tanahashi is saved by putting his leg on the ropes. And in the end, it takes 3 high fly flows in a row by Tanahashi in order to pin Lance Archer. Lance Archer gets on the mic, cuts a promo, putting Tanahashi over, and he invites him to come to AEW. Hell, he says, let me get another title shot, and they'll beat the hell out of each other, in so many words. But that is it for tonight. You know, if I absolutely had to say match of the night, I'm going to have to give it to Tomohiro Ishii and Moose, just on the basis of that match just blew all my expectations away. It definitely was one of the matches I was looking forward to, but I did not expect what I saw. That match was fucking awesome. Jay White and David Finley, they had a good match, but to be honest, they've had better. And Tanahashi and Lance Archer, great match, but I have some mixed feelings about the result of that match, because I really think that Lance Archer needs a little bit more. He deserves more credit than he gets for being as good of a worker as he is, as good as a big man as he is. But I understand he's not a New Japan talent. He more than likely wants to have a New Japan talent with that belt. So, I mean, again, they didn't want another John Moxley situation where the belt's just never seen in Japan. But whatever. Great show overall. Let's get ready to take this home. I want to thank you all for tuning in for my review of Resurgence. And again, I'm going to have to apologize. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus. You know, life's got a little busy. I wasn't able to put up my reviews as normal, but I've got some big plans in the works for this channel to help this channel grow, to give you guys some more content. So if you will, go ahead and chop that subscribe button for me. That way you get every single episode that I upload. And as always, you can catch me on the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast. We release new episodes every second and fourth Saturday of the month. Also, we do have extra bonus content that we put up on our Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast YouTube channel as well. Links are in the description for both of those. We just celebrated our 100th episode of the SlamCasters podcast, so be sure to check that out. I'll link that in the description as well, so you can listen to that episode. Great episode, one of my favorites. But let's get up out of here. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in. You can find me on all social media, links in the description as normal. We'll take you to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Check out the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Facebook group. Go ahead and chop that subscribe button as well for the YouTube channel for the Saturday Night SlamCasters and for the podcast where we discuss everything in pro wrestling. However, WWE, if you listen to episode 100, they may get the boot from the podcast because what they're doing is bullshit and not interesting at all. So, speaking of the SlamCasters, my two co-hosts, Xavier Mustafa and True Element 78, did drop their predictions for the upcoming SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver 36. I wasn't on that show because I am boycotting WWE. So it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get up out of here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. And I will be seeing you next time. Come get slammed.